Deal.
That makes a lot of sense.
And then I will probably see if I can arrange time to just role play that one with her.
Yeah.
So that she'll have the that session, and then we'll look at rejoining afterwards.
Are we currently streaming?
It is live, yeah.
Hey, bitches. What's up?
Yeah, it's a little different whenever I do it this way because unfortunately I don't have like a stream starting soon screen or anything like that. So yes, we are live. So just make sure your shit's covered well. I mean, they can't see you guys anyway, unfortunately.
I mean, my shit's covered. I just have the sexy tie around method going for me right now. So hide of fashion, basically.
All right. I need to pick out a new feat.
I should level up.
You're
Skill
currently at level
feat.
7?
Yes, we just bumped over to level 7.
How many experience points do we have?
Wait, no, I thought we were at level 6 now.
We're level
No,
6.
I'm sorry, 6. I can't math.
That's fine.
Speak of the English.
Oh, I think
As long as somebody knows, you know.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're at level 6. And we have 295 XP. Today is 2. And so it's kind of confusing because the skill feats like are level 7 instead of 6. Or it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Say that again.
The skill feats, you can be level 1, 2, 3, 4, but it doesn't give you skill feats for level 5 or 6. The next one is 7. But it tells me I get a new skill feat at level 6. So I have to pick like a lower level skill feat. Oh. Expert in stealth. I don't think I am an expert in stealth. I am definitely not. That's not Ree's realm. Not it.
I already did my level 1. Yeah, I think I was procrastinating on something that I was still doing.
Oh, this one seems interesting. Your proficiency bonus to untrained skill checks is equal to half your level instead of +0.
That's going to be very helpful in the jack of all trades situation.
Which I'm not, but maybe but it sounds like a good idea to have that.
Just remember that you almost always have another party member who's good at the thing.
Yeah.
So trying to make yourself all encompassing, usually it doesn't let you really focus strongly on something.
Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh yeah, you do have that feat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, we have had a long week to say the least. So we decided to play in onesies today.
So if you want to see our characters looking really fly, we did a photo shoot yesterday. So
yeah, and that photo shoot
look
will
forward
be
to that.
released at some point, and we're gonna look super awesome, and I'm super excited.
I think that's all my stats, but definitely on the subject. So.
What's the sorcerer's primary casting skill? Based on charisma?
Yeah. Hello, writer. Sorry, it's a little boring at the beginning of the stream, guys. We were doing last minute touch-ups to our character upgrades, level up.
One is the line.
I don't think I'm an expert in anything. Oh, intimidation.
The cubes or something. You cubes smell like frosting. What? The cube smells like frosting.
It probably accidentally got frosting on it.
Probably.
Wonder how that would happen.
Really? Who's to say though?
Who knows? Some of these don't even make sense to me.
Can I see your character sheet, if that's okay? I want to see how you did your stats, because I feel like
Give me like 5 seconds to put my feet in. And I don't actually have my stats even like written on here yet, just in case I have to change it.
do you change sheets every time you get a new character sheet?
No. No, I just erased and rewrite, but I forgot my character sheet at home because I have a silly head. So
I put all of my character sheets on Google Sheets. So, everything. But I don't change out my spells too often because like the spell list is so overwhelming.
same. I'm like the spell list
Do I
is the
really have a
same.
meeting in 10 minutes?
There's so many feats to choose from.
I tried to do like with my feats, I tried to do a specialize in society and religion because I know like with everybody else we could cover everything, but I think it'd be beneficial for us to focus on our specific areas if that makes any sense.
Yeah, the only one that I'm really seeing on here would be another intimidation feat.
Yeah.
Do I already have toughness? Yeah, I do. Got toughness last time.
I'm gonna take currents. That's my feet, which is I can make a small barrier out of slippage.
There's an alcohol lore? What the fuck?
You know all about taboos.
Amazing. Maybe I'll take this one.
I feel like I should have more
This-
feet.
This sounds like a great one to take right now. You notice the signs and symbols that members of mystery cults and other secret societies used to declare their affiliation of.
Very useful.
Yeah. If you belong to a secret cult, lodge, sect, or similar organization, you automatically recognize members of your group unless they are specifically attempting to conceal their presence from you. Yeah, I'm totally taking this. Schooled in secrets. Cool, now I can roll for occultism. Check what's up with these creepy guys and their shit that we just murdered. Alright. And then I just have to do math and I get one new spell.
Did that feat have any prereqs?
Trained in occultism,
Oh, okay.
which I am. Alright. Sweet. Pick out a new spell. Oh, I went too far. I get a new 3rd level spell. Oh, yeah. All right. Fireball. Someone else. Oh, wait. Do you guys do spells or just cantrips?
I can do spells.
I can do cantrips.
There's a spell. Roll a ball of water to put out fires.
That would be fun for the bit. I'm not gonna lie.
There's some really, really cool rituals I want, but like they're really rare and like ADM and hey.
To learn those rituals, you're going to need research material
I
or
have the necromancy research and the temple of one. And I will do it lots of
Answer might be those answers.
No, but I can have other rituals.
true. So you could learn, rituals related to Callista. Just, she's making an exception with you with the whole necromancy thing.
She has a lot of faith in me.
Yeah.
But that's good. I'm evil, but I'm actually good. Like,
You're engaging in evil magical practices while most of what you're doing and accomplishing is good things.
alignment is not binary.
True.
It's a spectrum.
Just because you're, what alignment are you now?
Lawful evil.
So you follow the laws of your land.
I follow the laws of Callistria, so basically, whatever her moral codes are, also my moral codes.
And it's specifically the law of the land.
Oh, that's not okay.
You follow the law of the land in general.
Did you see the cat alignment video?
No, I haven't seen it.
Do you want him?
Not right now. Got to do all the things.
Did anybody else see it?
Nope, but I'm trying to pick out a new spell.
I'm really excited that I'm allowed to speak Necro. I can talk to skeletons.
Intelligent undead.
Probably not.
Zombies and it's not specifically Zombird. It's all zombies. They're just reanimated corpses that go, oh. But now then, if you were to, cast a ritual to imbue them with intelligence and functionally up their level.
I can do that.
Oh, this sounds cool.
I know. I have a spell that.
Welcome to
powers
D&D, the land of make shit up.
up. Okay, I'm very excited. There are some really cool rituals that I want. I want to do a lot more rituals because I don't know if you saw them, but like there are some really cool rituals.
Rituals are time and material intensive. So, just basically you need to plan the time to do them.
Yes.
And get the materials.
Yeah, I want.
There's a spell called Mad Monkeys. It says monkey spirits make mischief.
Fantastic.
That's hilarious. I kind of want that.
I can make pacts with demons. I can transport myself to a celestial plane or a world on material plane where worshippers of my patron can be found. I can conjure demons. like other types of demons, I guess. And then I can make an appeal to a devil. I don't want to work with demons because I feel like that would upset Calistria. I think she'd fit Phyllis.
Ooh.
But yeah, she's not much on demons. Now, there's probably specific demons that are focused more on the lust aspects and so forth that she's a little okay. It's the chaotic nature of them that she doesn't approve of.
Yeah. Well, Calistria is chaotic. Like that's for Ellen.
Yeah, they're more of the chaotic, destroy the universe kind.
Yeah.
The focus of the demons and the devils is they're angry at the nature of existence and want it all destroyed.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't really want to work with demons or devils unless you
I'm
can
gonna do
like
this one.
control them, which making a pact with one isn't really.
All right. Pyrotechnics. Take it on.
Fireworks? We get
Yep.
fireworks?
Yep.
I can transform the target into an animated object. Consecrate a site to my deity, so I can basically like make it.
Mm-hmm. Well, probably at a lower level, you're starting with more of a shrine,
Mm-hmm.
and then you work up from there.
Okay.
Transform the target into an undead creature, or create undead.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, it's a 120 feet range, and then it would be a 20-foot radius burst. But because I have the reach spell, doesn't that double, or it added another 30 feet?
I do not remember.
I think I'll have to look that up. Okay.
I can marry people. Like that's a ritual. Well, it's a lot. You create a magical bond between two willing creatures who have a affectionate bond towards each other. And it's signified by a ring, an amulet, or similar token. Bond is broken if either token is destroyed. And they can use that to learn the present state of the other creature. Oh shoot!
Oh, pop apart again. Not the first time it's happened to one of those.
Alright, so I guess I need to look at.
You pop apart again?
Yeah.
Didn't get enough.
Actually, that ritual isn't that cool, but I can marry people if I get that ritual, which I think is pretty neat. Basically, they can cast message towards each other and know each other's like state.
You know, like a set of wristbands, I guess.
Yeah. Great and Dead isn't that cool, but I do want that ritual.
Okay, so
That
it
ritual's
gets an
in your
extra
book.
30 feet.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Like,
It is going to be useful. But because, so I can create undead, but doing that doesn't immediately make them like under my control, unless it's a critical success.
right.
So I have to use that in combination with a spell that will give me control.
Mm-hmm.
But the current spell that I can get only allows me to have a minion that's 3 levels lower than I am.
Yep. You probably want to work towards having an undead minion
Yeah.
that can walk around in society with you.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
So
Actually, I have a disguise kit. Can I use that on a zombie?
it would have to be a very fresh zombie,
Yeah.
and you have to
My ring broke.
yeah, that one just doesn't want to stay together. It would have to be a very fresh zombie, and they are decomposing. Zombies are always decomposing. So there are multiple things you'd have to do to keep it from getting worse. Instead of that, create a undead creature that is slightly more intelligent
Yeah.
and can respond And you know,
Don't hit
actually
points
have
go up
actual
every
behaviors
level.
besides just stand there.
I think so.
Yeah.
Based
So
on.
there's a magical disguises worth well.
Mm-hmm.
We once got a discount magical hat that was made for a noblewoman to make her look at the height of her youthful sexual glow.
That's a point.
So she looked very slutty. It fits out to here.
Can I like?
And so it was this magical hat of disguise was
Yeah.
programmed for only one appearance,
Okay.
which we refer to as Lady Al, because his name was Al.
I have a question.
Yes.
So I have Vampiric Touch, which lets me basically take temporary hit points from people.
Yep.
But like, can I use that to like, just like flavor it a little, and basically every time I do that, I maintain my youthful look.
Yes. So every time you do, you know, it just for an hour or two after you use it, you look, say, 5 years younger than you really are.
But can I use that to live longer? Not that it matters to the game.
No, you can't use it to live longer. That's higher level shit.
But yeah, so okay, that makes sense. Higher level, can that be something I can do? Like bathe in my enemy's blood for him.
That's probably that's a ritual.
Yes. Okay.
You'd have to do it at a ritual level to go hold battery on them.
Okay, sounds good.
Don't our hit points increase every level
hmm
based on our
your class.
class? So
Yep.
being a sorcerer.
Yep.
Because I am not seeing it.
It's going to be on the very first page of the book, and it's in the printed book.
Here it
it's
is.
The block.
6 plus my constitution modifier, so 7.
I can like, there's a full-on ritual to reincarnate that I really, really want.
Okay, cool. Got it.
You don't want to be raised
Alright,
as a lich instead? You go full intelligent undead on your death?
No, this is so reincarnate is for other people, so I can
Oh.
put forth a soul and put it into another body.
Yep.
Like I can get dogs and put my friend's souls in them.
Weird, but okay.
Well, if they die.
They might want, resurrection, so just that reincarnation.
Yeah. This is Pharasma. Okay, so Pharasma is
The goddess of healing hates undead.
Probably not your biggest fan. I'd be willing to bet.
yeah. She's big on death and like taking souls to the grave and stuff.
The natural cycle of death.
Yes. But there was something that it said in here. If Pharasma has decided that the target's time has come or the target soul is trapped or doesn't wish to return, this ritual automatically fails. But you discover this after you succeed at the religion check and can end the ritual without paying the cost.
Mm-hmm.
If the ritual is successful, the target's new body has a random ancestry. But yeah, so I can basically reincarnate people into a new body.
Mm-hmm.
Which I do want that one. I can make slaves, basically.
All right, almost done with all the math.
It tells me how many casters I need. But I can create magical contracts with people, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can. I don't know enough, but these are simple.
And then we never determined if does Vesta level up at all, or she stays the same. I can't remember if we talked about that.
I will say that she does level up. We haven't changed anything since you got her at around 3rd level.
Yeah.
What level creature is she? Should say on somewhere on the sheet, like towards the top. May I see it?
Yeah.
Okay, nope, didn't list it. I didn't copy that piece there. Let me find out what a basic Ember Fox is.
Ability score modifiers don't change at all. Correct.
Correct.
See, correct. Those all changed at last level. Hold on, I've got it right. I have Ember Fox in this book.
Jeremy has graded my character sheet before.
Graded.
Yeah. Where it's like, oh, you did this wrong and that wrong and fixed it. He has like legitimately that was his first Pathfinder group. Apparently they never did their character sheets correctly, so he like collected them and graded them and read them and handed them back.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he's like, all of you guys got decent F's, so we're gonna redo them all together.
Okay.
It was the amount of sass that is the reason I fell in love with him.
I can make permanent unseen servants.
That's another ritual.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's truly because we're doing proficiency bonuses.
Oh my gosh. I can atone people. So basically
Think of confession.
cleanse them of their sins. But like, considering my deity is Callistria, I can cleanse the sun god worshippers of their sins of virginity and
No, you
purity.
can't. This is a willing target.
I mean, to be fair, they could be a willing target.
Someone comes to you and says, I have done wrong. Please help me atone for this. You cast the spell, and then you give them some kind of quest or task.
Yeah.
They complete the thing, and then they're cleansed of whatever it is they came to confession for.
Good point. Also, it says they have to be another creature of up to 8th level who's a worshiper of the same deity. Oh.
Yep.
But it would be cool.
I would be like, you would RP it where you like basically talk them into wanting to lose their virginity. Like you'd be the devil that tempts them. But if they have to be part of the same church, then never mind.
But I could do
She
that.
can convert them first,
Exactly.
atone them second.
That's what I'm like, you use it if you were to convert them first.
Okay,
So,
all right.
But if not, then there you go.
Your Ember Fox.
But I'll probably ask you about that in a minute.
All right, let's start with what is Vesta's hit points?
35.
Okay. Add 14 to that.
Okay.
This petition says I can basically, or this ritual says I can basically petition gods to not let a soul return to Earth or whatever the material plane.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Add to it her languages. She now understands Common.
Okay.
She just doesn't have the vocal cords for speaking it, but she understands it.
Yeah.
What is my Papa?
Let's see. Armor class, about take that up to 20.
Okay.
Her fire, the intensity of her fire is such that anyone who hits her with a melee weapon takes 2 points of fire damage. Obviously, this is when she's got it activated. She's not just, flaming all the time.
Okay.
She's not that gay. For all of our watchers, we approve of all gay people. Flaming is a choice.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You can choose your flavor of gay.
And Panda is heckin' flaming.
Heckin' flaming gay. We'll literally try to coerce anyone into loving me. So.
All right.
Men are okay.
Yeah.
Give them 2 more points on their attack skill. So when you're rolling for attack, bump that up by 2. Let's see. And the current damage on, what are they doing for their bite?
1d4 plus 3.
1d4 plus 3. All right, bump that to a d6. And their tail flick does not increase in damage, but once per day, instead of it being a melee attack, it can be a ranged attack.
Okay.
Basically, they're shooting a very small fireball. And lastly, your bonus from them is now a +2.
+2. Cool. Cool.
Okay.
Would any of her skills increase?
What did she have for skills?
Acrobatics, athletics, and stealth.
Her stealth goes up. We'll give that up to +10.
Okay.
But she has to flame off for that.
Got it.
And which means that she has to take. She's highly vulnerable while doing so, and has to take an action to flame up.
Okay.
If she's in the dark, if she's doing this in the desert, not such a worry. What else has she particularly used?
I think we've
used her acrobatics as well.
Yeah.
So let's give her. She's +10 on acrobatics as well.
Okay. And then athletics.
She hasn't specifically used that much, so we're not going to bounce that one.
Okay. And then the fortitude, reflex, and will saves.
Give her 1 on each of those.
Okay.
Trying to up her and keep her, like 2 levels below you.
Okay.
So, question now, we're talking about minions. Is you have some minions that you've managed to keep alive. One was a gift from Callistria. So, Skelly Boy. Overnight, you have another vision from your goddess. And she's quite pleased that you've gone into her temple. And, well, thanks for the hot date.
Sounds pretty good too, bro.
Go ahead.
Okay, so after using the staff yesterday with the skulls and stuff, somebody had mentioned that it would be a good idea to put the skull on top of the obsidian staff, so now I'll do that.
There's already a skull there.
Oh, good to know. Okay.
The obsidian staff is topped with a skull.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, sorry, go on.
You could hang the skull
Goofy
from it
girl.
and maybe make it kind of like a flaily thing.
That would be very interesting.
And so make it a nastier, bludgeoning weapon.
But I don't want to break the skull that's idle.
You would probably need to find a magical weaponsmith to add these two things together and put the magical reinforcements into it that would make it a solid weapon.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so you have this skeleton that Callistria gave you.
Like the beast.
And skeletons are honestly really weak.
I know, right? It's so pretty.
Base stats.
Got a new set of dice.
Do you have the character
Thanks to
information for
Winter.
your skeleton?
He's rainbow,
Okay.
because I am also flaming.
Okay, find some place to write all this stuff down. Snakes, skeletons, slurks, skeletons. Here we go. I believe I gave you a skeletal
I
champion.
want a snack.
Yeah, we wanted some of those tasty crackers from the tea party yesterday. Because those were balling.
Yeah, I was thinking some kind of chippy-like thing.
That's my side as well, something like.
Do we have any helmets or any dip for it?
If you're looking at me as to the content of the refrigerator,
Good point, okay. I don't know where anything is in here, so I'll let Winter deal with it when she's considering I'm the same and I was doing the
You
gathering.
want slate?
I thought that you might have been busy at the moment, so I was attempting to be polite and let you do your thing. But you know what? Go, yeah, do your job. So
Okay. So
Chop,
you
chop,
go find
bitch.
snacks.
yes, requires
what is this?
Let's just take this try. Choose for the toys.
Any of you are welcome to my stash.
Fuck you. This
There's a lot of things I can do with that phrase.
I don't like this. This is so confusing.
It's just.
I don't understand.
Straight garlic.
Yes.
I was like, wait, swap for them? No, why?
Alright.
Spicy. But yeah, it's just, you can do so many things.
Would you like bowls and plates as well?
Yeah, something
Maybe
to
put 'em
dump
in a
them in.
But I don't think I need, we don't need individual bowls. Because we're all here together. Put some. The big bowls. That'd be nice.
I think that's a sunflower seed.
Thanks if you put this out.
What were you saying, Craig, about a vision?
Yes. Callistria, she is pleased with you and the work we've done. So, in addition to other boons and so forth she's given you, she's decided to the guardian that she has provided you with to enhance his strength.
Okay.
So you do not have a character sheet for him at all.
No.
Okay. I am creating one right now. Not a proper character sheet, it's like her sheet for
Of their volumes character sheet.
Computer, connect to Google Pixel 4.
Okay, it's a little rougher to do without my full desktop.
Now I want to treat them all. Is there a way to treat email grounded millions like that?
Okay, so
What's the
first
problem
off,
with parenting people with them?
that requires the concept of them caring.
Okay, they don't care.
Intelligent. There's no actual soul. There's like the tiniest sliver of a soul trapped in a undead, which is what makes it evil.
Okay.
If it wouldn't be evil magic if you're just you used animate object and you made a skeleton get up and walk around. It's just an object. This actually has necromantic magic and a little sliver of the soul of the person whose body this was.
Okay. Gotcha. So it's like taxes.
Just say that again.
So it's like taxes. Like you take a little piece
Yeah.
when they die. Like you take a little piece
Okay.
of money, but their soul.
Oh shit, I have to do this.
Callistria, in your dream, reaches into the ether
Mm-hmm.
and pulls something out. It is an orb of dark, glowing matter, which she affixes into the head of Skelly Boy. Skelly Boy was just a naked skeleton with a sword. Upon doing so, some armor envelops the body.
Mm.
And the little pinpricks of the purpley greeny light in the eye sockets flutter and become more. And you sense awareness. Skelly Boy has gone from being a basic undead skeleton to being infused with a piece of soul.
Interesting.
Whose soul, who this person is or was, what they did to have Callistra willing to shove them back into an undead body, you're not quite sure. And it's going to be kind of hard to find out, as there are iron bands holding the jaw shut. In theory, he would be able to if he could move his jaw. Think of have you seen in Megadeth like t-shirts, the skull that has the riveted blindfold on it and its jaw wired shut? Well, he doesn't have the blindfold, but his jaw is sealed closed.
Interesting.
So it's like Callistra would not want me to talk to him, so.
She's put these binds on him for now. He is going to be stronger and faster and more dangerous. He also has a mind of his own, which is what gives him his own action points. He will act on his own, but is still under your command. Now, you could sense there is a malevolence, an anger, a seething hatred that exists within this person. And you better be mindful of what he's up to and give him appropriate orders so that he doesn't go on a murder rampage or whatever's darkness lies within him.
Interesting.
He must follow your commands to the letter. Note, I said to the letter, not the spirit.
I'm fully aware of what that means.
Okay.
I am.
The longsword that he is carrying is no longer just a simple longsword that you gave him. We rifled off of some orcs. It is a little more innate, and the metal itself is black.
Took a spell out. Some spells in it, which is nice. But since I changed my phone, it didn't go over, so I have to.
And lastly, there's an additional spell in your repertoire. It is something you know and can cast once per day. And that is a simple spell that will disguise your skeleton and make them look like just a human fighter. It disguises their undead nature.
There we go. Took a lot of tries to get a 20 on that die.
Now, if anybody looks at them too closely, they can make a check to try and see through the illusions. But you can use this to bring him with you. But it only lasts for an hour. So vaguely, though, the skeleton's armor looks like this.
Cool. Neat.
Now, this does not limit you from doing physical disguising as well. Note, most of what's showing for him is, a little bone around his arm and around his head. You could, try fixing up his armor and putting gauntlets on him and things like that to where he doesn't look undead.
Yeah. So how would I treat a undead skeleton? Yeah. Like, as well as I can, but not hurting them.
So,
For the silly roll, but like, I won't be,
Treat your minions well.
Yeah.
Well, how would you treat a person well?
Not
'Cause they're-
have them as a slave.
He is the soul of some variety of person stuck inside of there.
Yeah.
He's your biggest challenge is you don't know who he is, what thoughts are running through his head,
Mhm.
what his needs and desires. You've got no idea what those are.
Yeah.
And so trying to treat him well is all based on that. I mean, is that anger inside him pointed at someone or something in specific?
I don't know. He did something to fuck Calistria up, and she's like that intent on getting revenge for him. So I feel.
Is she getting revenge for him? At him?
Yeah.
Or is she helping him get revenge?
Mhm.
Remember who you're dealing with here.
Yeah. That's
So you simply don't know.
because I have to trust my goddess, but I feel like she would also use me to punish somebody else for her.
Oh yeah, completely.
All right.
So there's all sorts of things. For this game session, I'll roll for his attacks until I get the character sheet properly written out.
Okay. Okay.
When I tag you guys in the live video on Facebook, does it show up on your feed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Now all of your friends can watch.
Yay!
All right.
I know my friends do, because they mentioned it before.
Oh yeah.
So
Hello, Cage Kinkos. How's it going?
in addition to the name Skelly Boy that you gave that body,
Yeah.
you also now know a name. Caradan. Caerdan. That's what care. IDAN. Oh, in addition, whenever Zombird, your disguise spell is limited to just him.
Okay.
But when Zombird perches on his shoulder, it looks like a regular hawk.
Okay.
So until it launches off and then suddenly becomes undead looking, for when he's just chilling there.
Okay.
Sharon, are you in there?
Yes, she's asleep.
She's asleep, I'll leave her be.
So Sophie has also spells in this. Okay. I think I am set. Let's get you my second.
Okay, good. I'm glad that there is sound. So this is kind of a neat thing that I didn't realize that I could do. While using the Restream app, you can actually, like when you're doing the live stream from Restream, you can actually click comments and show the comment on the stream.
That's nice.
Yeah. So if people ask questions or something and we want
We'll show the answers.
to show the question, where it came from, etc. It's pretty neat.
Steffi picture.
You're gullible.
You adorable Steffi. I have never had a photo that I've just sat and like stared at for like solid minutes of time. That one that Anna took of me, I just like pulled it up on my phone at least like 5 6 times.
Wait, which one?
Just Have I not shown you this Steffi?
No.
Well, that's my mistake then, because
She does such great pictures.
she does.
She
So I
does.
just like, is this picture and that picture, and I've just been pulling them up and just staring at them for extended periods of time because I just love them so much.
That's
she is
amazing.
unquestionably talented.
Did she take this on your phone?
No, she took them off her camera and sent them to me.
Well, damn. I haven't gotten any pictures.
To be fair, it's one that both of us sat there and squeed over for a little bit at the shoot itself.
Well, damn. Points.
So my guess is she just like was like, I want to experiment with one of them and see how good I had it done.
And she'll send like one else.
Oh, I know.
Especially when she really likes.
Yeah.
How goes the campaign so far?
Right now we are just been updating character sheets. We are on live stream.
My
Like,
character
you wanna see
sheet
my
is good. Oh, yeah, here. The live stream wants to see the Steffi.
The self-investor.
Steffi.
I'm pretty sure.
Sorry, I don't remember what they are. No problem. Skelly Boy just got upgraded with their leveling up. He is now much more fearsome.
Oh, yeah. I got some balls of fire.
Goodness gracious, great. Well, look at that.
Basically.
So let's see. Although I do believe we're probably ready to play.
I'm ready.
Okay. So last time on Pathfinder, Tatiana first off, Nari connected with the Thieves Guild and has both been sponsored to join the guild and given her first task. Hence the reason why she's not here today. She is off attempting to fulfill the larcenous challenge that they have put in front of her. From there, Tatiana tried to go and act as bait for the person who's been stalking the ladies of the night. First, she pissed off the local pimp by working his street corner, basically. And he was a dick to her, sent kind of the skeezy ones out, skeezy clients to her. One who turned out to be a date drug rapist who didn't even have the money to pay.
Mm-hmm.
So she kind of scarred him for life.
As it should be.
The guard came looking for her. It's like, usually the street worker is going to be the one who gets blamed for everything because he's a fine, upstanding gentleman. Bullshit. The entire guild, the pimp, stood back to her with the weight of the Whoremasters Guild and probably not going to be too much problem. He also is trying to kiss major ass to get himself out of trouble for having directed said rapist to her.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys didn't actually, with all the commotion from that, it really ended up not going to be an effective night for baiting serial killers.
Unfortunately.
So you guys went back to the tavern across the square, and referred to as the Walk, and we're sitting there brainstorming what you were going to do next, when you were ambushed or attempted ambush by, what was it, 5 individuals? One of them was a big burly fighter type, and another was a priesty type, and they tried to snuff you guys, but I can't remember whose incredible perception roll it was. Their surprise was no surprise, and your counter ambush was highly effective. You only took a little bit of damage while kicking some ass, and then the bar was trashed.
Yeah.
So you left all of the spoils of battle to the barkeep to rebuild it,
Yeah.
the mess.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, all of the gold and all of the and all of their weapons and everything. You left them to him. I mean, you were jumped. It was your fair take. Right?
Yeah, but we just were being nice because we're good people.
Right. So, things that you found off of them, they were carrying some kind of hallucinogenic thing to incite frenzied fervor. They all were wearing clay medallions of some deity, creature, cults.
Was I able to identify?
No, nobody came up with an identification for who this was. What you do have is that before all of the medallions self-destructed, just turned into dust and blew away, that they were a maw of teeth surrounded by claws and tentacles.
So now that I have that new feat.
And the last thing is the dead beetle finally showed up. All of the other insects in the swarm that Sephi summoned were, supernatural in origin. So they evaporated and floated away into the mist once the battle was over. Except one beetle laying on one guy's chest, who must have actually been a local beetle that just got caught up in the insect frenzy.
That sounds fun. Let's go, guys.
Right. And he ended up dying on top of one of your assailant's chests, kind of just pointed directly at a small tattoo on the guy's body. You wouldn't have noticed it for all the marks and bruises and contusions and burn marks.
You did a good job. Fuck them up.
It is a stylized ship on rough waters with a storm raging overhead. Let's see. I will let everyone roll occult or local lore. If anybody has any of that.
So
history.
My new feat is called Schooled in Secrets.
Okay.
So I actually know a lot more about those things now.
Okay.
And I rolled a 23 for occultism.
Okay. So does it specify like get a bonus to your occult skills, or what are the mechanics for that feat?
I can pull it back up really quick, because I don't remember. I am dumb. It is a regular skill feat. What was it called again? Schooled in Secrets.
May I grab some food from my topic real quick?
Yes, you may. After you bring me my drinks.
Yeah.
You notice the signs and symbols that members of mystery cults and other secret societies use to declare their affiliation to fellow members. You can use occultism to gather information about such groups. If you belong to a secret cult, lodge, sect, or similar organization, you automatically recognize members unless they are specifically attempting to conceal their presence from you. So it's basically just saying that I notice signs and symbols of members of mystery cults and secret societies.
So things you might not get to roll for, you get to roll for now because of this.
Yeah, and I guess it's basically saying that rolling for it, it improved, I guess, like
right.
Instead of like normally, I could roll for occultism, but I don't always know this. But now I know a lot of the secret societies.
Yep. Okay.
And mystery cults.
So that storm tattoo is a specific subsect of worshiper of a local god of storms. Most times people worship, I believe it's Pharasma for nature. I have to look up religions again. No, it's not Pharasma. Where's it? Callistria.
Is that like a
Gozra.
soda?
Pardon?
Is that like a soda? What is
Yes.
that?
Fresca is a sparkling water.
Oh.
Usual flavor of Fresca is what? Grapefruit. But this one is a black cherry.
Do you like one, Miss Molly?
No, thank you.
No bubblies for her.
Well, if it was like Sprite, I drink Sprite.
No, I don't believe we have any of those. So Gozra is the nope. That's not who. This Gozra is the normal god of nature and the sea and all of those elements.
Okay.
This is a local sub-deity
Okay.
that specifically is focused on storms.
Okay.
And he's a violent, ill-tempered jackass.
Why would anybody worship it?
Because if you're a sailor and don't want your ship to be smashed in a storm, you might follow this guy.
Or if you're just a jackass and you want people's ships to go down.
Right. If you want to, not my ship, his ship. Let's see.
Gotcha, baby.
Yeah.
Vanilla.
I'm not gonna grab my baby. You heard that?
And the god is simply known as Lord of the Tempest.
Lord of the Tempest. Interesting. Time to go kill him.
Yeah, god killing is more for a level 20 today.
Oh, you're my vehicle.
So, but the maw and tentacles are not a symbol known for him.
Okay. So he doesn't look like that.
Nope.
Okay.
Take your, ancient pissy Viking and, who likes to smash things. This is like the ugly side of Thor.
Okay. What you snacking on?
I do appreciate that. I too like that. Sure. There's a sneak snack patty bag.
All right. You do know that there's at least one small shrine, but more often, because this god is on the evil side, his shrines usually tend to be hidden places known only to his followers.
Okay. So
they
are
rather cult-like.
Now that I know the colors they wear and there are a couple little symbols, it might be easier for me to spot someone and like follow them.
That's not their normal colors.
That's not their normal colors.
No.
Okay.
The necklace that he was wearing does not match that tattoo. So it's like two different organizations.
Okay. Can I roll again to see if I know anything about the necklace?
Or
does my one roll count?
Nope, you'd have to roll a second time, two different pieces of information.
18. Yeah.
It's neither demonic nor in the dark gods. That's not. You're pretty sure it's one of those. There's something else going.
Okay.
It does fall into the realm of the occult.
Okay.
Cult. Sea cult. Oh.
Okay.
It's one of those things that it's in your head somewhere, and you're just going to have to, think on it more, maybe find some more information.
Okay.
It's like one of those things. There was one reference in one book one time that you read. All right.
I'm gonna whisper to her where she's sleeping. Maybe she'll have good dreams.
Adorable.
Yells, because deep down I am just savvy. It's okay.
It is now the wee hours of the morning. The sun has started coming up, and as you guys are leaving the inn, and once again the watch shows up just a little bit too damn late to do any damn bit of good. And it's the exact same lieutenant that or sergeant that questioned you about the night's affairs. Apparently, this is his beat and still on his shift. And you do have the opportunity to try and slide out before he gets there to answer any questions, or you could just, because you pretty much see him coming across the square with 3 men behind him. You can, step back into the bar and go out the back way, or answer questions.
We should stay. Hit and runs are illegal.
Yeah, I mean, we might as well answer questions because I feel like number one, it keeps us in like good standing and our rapport in good standing with him, which is nice.
Yeah.
And number two, then they'll get blamed for shit, which I doubt we would anyway, but still.
All right. Well, he arrives
This guy.
and looks around at the devastation of the bar, sees the 3 of you, and just kind of leans his hand on his head.
The only reaction I want from everyone from now on.
Oh, dear.
And I just like flirtily like, hi.
Oh dear God.
This is not an attractive man, I will let you know.
I don't think
He
anyone
is-
cares.
I mean, you would be like flirty,
Yeah,
but like
or-
not
More
like
into
that,
the
you know?
skills, yeah.
Um,
Not like that.
what the hell happened here?
So we explained to him what the hell happened here.
We were attacked.
Yo,
We were
You
hanging
attacked,
out.
and you give him the short version.
yeah,
Yep.
basically that.
The
And how
barkeep.
we gave the barkeep money to.
The barkeep completely backs up what you said. While he was unconscious, but he did see one of these fuckers just before he got hit. And
Yeah.
so he tells them that you fine ladies simply defended yourself and probably kept my bar from being completely destroyed, and have now given him the means with which to, do a long overdue renovation. The amount of coin that you guys threw at him was enough to both repair the damages and give the place a minor upgrade.
Minor facelift.
Nice.
Might be looking for an interior designer.
Hey.
But you don't want it to go. You don't want to build the place up too much for the residents, for the area.
Or you won't be able to have your same clientele.
Right.
Feel too.
So, he takes note. Are you guys going to tell him about the sigils that you saw on the necklaces, or are you going to keep that to yourselves?
I think we should tell him about it, but like briefly, and feel free to argue with me on that if you don't agree. But I'm like not in super huge detail, but be like we might have some new evidence that is something new to do with this.
Yeah, I think I'd be okay with sharing the new evidence we found, because we're like the only people who have really gotten any headway, it seems. So
And also, he seems to be like the you scratch my back, I scratch yours type of
Now,
person.
this is not the lieutenant of the watch. This is the guy, probably a sergeant who works for him.
yeah.
So you're down
So
the food chain
I would-
from the guy,
Yeah. So
the
I would
primary guy.
I'd basically just want to be like, we believe that may have found a little bit of new evidence, and we're going to speak to the lieutenant now.
That's literally exactly what I was thinking. I'm
Yeah.
like, we should just tell it directly.
Lieutenant Brannion.
Yeah.
Tell it directly to Lieutenant Brannion instead of telling this guy, just in case. What if he's part of the sea cult?
Yeah.
So just say like, we have new evidence, and we're bringing it to Lieutenant Brannion in the morning. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Part of
No one's waiting.
I'm like, so can I creep on this guy? Can I see if he's got anything weird that I notice about him that he might fit in with the other
I
people?
want to roll perception.
What if Lieutenant Brannion, was that the sailor guy?
No, Lieutenant Brannion is your contact with the city watch.
Yeah, okay. What if the sailor guy is part of the cult? Because he said that none of his people were missing, yet there was a brothel going on the guy, and it could be a prostitute, but also the sailor guys do worship the sailor god, so.
The storm god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you'll probably loop back around if that's the case. But I did get a 29 on my perception check to see if any of the police officers, including the sergeant, are sketched at all. Are sus.
One of his lieutenants is looking around at the bodies, and instead of the usual behavior you expect, you see a little bit of anxiety.
I think we made the right call not telling him anything and just going directly to the lieutenant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be sus. Steffi would definitely like kind of nudge Tatiana and like kind of nod towards sus homie.
That's how me.
Sus homie. Kind of being like, maybe these people aren't super trustworthy right this very second.
Yeah.
And this might be bigger than we thought, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Perception 18.
That dagger that's sticking out of his belt looks similar to the ones that they came at you with.
Interesting.
One of the lower cops is carrying a very similar weapon.
Okay.
And you also see a cord that's in the blue-green color just sticking out above his leather armor around his neck.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So
that guy is probably with
The cultists.
the ones that jumped you.
the colors and the necklaces relating?
So
The tattoo doesn't relate, but the necklace and color.
all of the people who jumped you were wearing that blue-green color.
Yeah.
They all have, which is the same color as the cord that's, might be holy symbol or medallion that's underneath his armor. They all had similar daggers on them. Except for the big burly guy, he wasn't carrying one.
God, my feet don't touch the ground.
Let's
Because I
see.
see the edge of the chair.
So probably the daggers, the medallion, the color of robes and so forth, they're probably all part of that organization.
Okay. And he's the guy that we noticed seems like he's getting a bit nervous, right?
Yep, he's the
Okay.
cop that's getting a little bit nervous seeing the hit squad down and out.
Okay. I would approach him and I think I would just be like, well, I'm really glad that you guys finally made it here and you're able to review the situation. I was just curious, may I have your name, please?
You can see the more you talk to him, the more anxious he's getting.
Good.
I just want his name because I'm going to tell the lieutenant and then we're going to bring him in for questioning.
Yo.
So, do I have like, oh, never mind, I have it prepared.
Yes.
So, I hadn't prepared a name.
Well, we need the name so we can take the name to the lieutenant and tell the
Kale.
lieutenant. Kale?
Kale, as in the vegetable.
Excellent. It's the Kale Man. Well,
I have a spell. Hold on. I'm prepared.
See, I was gonna be like, we could roll a d20 and a d4 and then just pick 2 lips and
Okay. So this one is you designate an area in which creatures are compelled to speak only the truth. If creatures within or entering the area have difficulties lying. Each potentially affected creature must attempt a will save when the spell is cast or when a creature first enters the area. It uses the results of this initial save if it leaves and re-enters the area. Affected creatures are aware of this enchantment, therefore they can avoid answering questions to which they would normally respond with a lie, or they can be evasive as long as they remain within the boundaries of truth.
Okay, so some points there. You can't cast it without them knowing.
Mhm.
They will know that they're under a compulsion. And
he's a cop, and we're questioning him. And
Yeah.
so I think we need to talk to the head of the cops.
yeah, we got his name now.
Yeah,
Which is really
so
all we need.
we're gonna go and we're gonna
And
tell
be like-
the lieutenant this
probably
Kale
go for
guy,
questioning.
and save it for that, because I also, I have all my intimidating stuff too, but I'm not gonna sit here and intimidate a cop in the middle of a bar in front of everybody.
No, and I
make
mean,
a big scene.
And you might run into the thin blue line.
Yeah.
The game has a pretty low intelligence score, so that means it's good.
Everybody's like, they're gonna be like, I'm gonna.
Okay.
But no, we'll take it to the lieutenant, and if anything, cast
And
it
you
when
get-
he
you-
comes in for questions.
Probably to keep it looking none too sketchy. You get everybody's name, and we'll give your Lieutenant Brandon our accommodation for your work. All right. So you're going straight to see Lieutenant Brandon?
Yes.
Okay. So
Well, is he there right now? Because doesn't he late shift?
He works the
he works the early shift. He's 4 a.m. to noon.
Okay.
So you're right in the middle of his day.
Okay. Let's go talk to him and then go take it out.
That's my thought.
Okay.
Perfect. I'm on the same page.
Yeah, 'cause
So-
we need some rest. I need to. My hit points are not great.
He's
So-
Sorry.
Go ahead.
It's
You head off to see the watch captain. His offices are just in the next district over, so you're outside of the red light district. You come in, and apparently he's already had word about a little bit of your shenanigans that you've been up to. The watch has, seen you guys moving around town, actually doing stuff. The desk sergeant just waves you back to Brandon's office, and he asks, "So you guys have been busy, or you ladies have been busy?"
Just a little bit. We are doing the best that we can to solve this crime as quickly as possible. We do have some new information for you, though.
And I have some for you.
Oh,
So go ahead, tell me what you found.
so it appears as though the men that attacked us were all wearing this blue-green color. They all had a similar necklace as well as similar weapons. After noticing
Were
that,
they the serpentine-like daggers? Yes, they were.
Yes. Okay.
That fits. There was a attempted kidnapping last night that didn't go as planned. The 3 culprits that tried to carry off the
Hi, Ricky.
halfling didn't realize said halfling was actually a troll using a disguise magic to be able to go out and have a night at the bar.
All right.
So they bit off a bit more than they could chew. They did manage to run off, and, well, the trolls trolls don't get along over well in society. They're usually more problem than we want to deal with. But this one's actually rather amicable. While he pummeled them sufficiently, they did run away. He did get, he pulls a dagger out of his desk and sets it on the thing, on the desk in front of you. A dagger like this off of one of them. And the blue-green color you described is similar to what they were wearing.
So
They tried to, they blew some kind of powder into his face that I can only assume was either some kind of knockout gas, and didn't do a whole hell of a lot against his trollish composition.
So the troll was on our side?
The troll was an average citizen.
He's just an innocent.
innocent man.
An average
They attempted to
citizen
kidnap.
that, was, looking like a halfling.
Okay, but.
That was drinking at a
They
bar.
were fighting against the people who ambushed us.
No, he's just hanging out, living his life, drinking.
Right.
And
the people who
3
ambushed us, ambushed.
Okay.
tried
He
to
was a
kidnap
troll,
him.
so it didn't work.
A magical troll.
Yeah. I do not
Hey,
like
the troll works in the apothecary, actually doing the heavy lifting and so forth. Also, apparently gets most of his money by donating blood for rejuvenation potions. It's a questionable practice, but not illegal.
Just like
So he had the coin to afford a disguise spell so that he could go out for night of carousing. Yes. Whoever decided to jump at this guy picked the wrong guy. So what we're seeing here seems to be two different problems. We have all of these disappearances, and then we have the eviscerations.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't, aside from, timing.
Yeah.
They don't, timing and, targets of opportunity, the MOs don't match up. So I think we're dealing with two different problems.
Yes. It's very possible. Now, have you ever seen these daggers before or know of any specific group that typically wears these colors?
Well, by looking at the daggers, rolls very high on metallurgy knowledge and so forth. These are all fairly new forges. They don't show the scuff marks on the metal and so forth that you expect from something that's been around. So these are new. Which unfortunately makes me worry that we got some new cult in town up to no good. Go figure.
Again!
I would say I have one piece of good news that could potentially help us in discovering who these are. The unfortunate part is who the person is. So one of your cops named Kale that just happened to show up at the inn right after everything happened. I noticed that he had a very similar dagger and a similar blue-green cord. I think you might want to bring him in for questioning.
That's disconcerting. It's not unheard of. I don't police who people choose to worship, but if he's associated with the people causing these disappearances, that's not good. He was with a squad. You said that came to the inn.
Yes, sir, he was, and he was getting very nervous. And the more that we talked to him, the more nervous he got.
Well, their end of shift is in about, checks the timepiece, a small wooden clock hanging on the wall. Their shift will be ending in about an hour, and they come in here to debrief the next shift, and we can pull him aside into a room and ask him some questions.
Sounds wonderful. I think we're going to go take an hour-long nap.
Yo.
We're not going to have time for a full rest.
Nope.
Shit. No sleep for the wicked.
Nope.
We used to come right to be.
All right. So, who's got
No
healing
sleep in real
skills?
life either.
The skill healing.
Skill healing?
Oh,
Yes.
Wait.
There's a medicine skill, not a
Medicine.
I have natural medicine.
I have a medicine.
Who's got the highest?
Medicine.
I have a
skill?
10.
I have a 13.
What do you have, Vivian?
I got 4.
Oh.
Okay. All right. You get to do the roll then.
Sweet.
Sid
You're basically bandaging everybody up.
Sid said, sitting here trying to decide if you can trust these guards instead of working. Like, don't worry, we are also very concerned about who to trust as well.
So I got a 25.
All right.
Nice.
Well, this is normal healing, bandages and so forth, stitches where called for.
I grab plants from around the tavern where we're staying and make a little sound.
All right. Everybody can get back 3 hit points from natural healing. Unfortunately, natural healing just takes time.
Okay, so another question would be, since we just upped our hit points because we leveled up, do I add that to my current, or my current should stay the same?
Add the improvement to your hit points, but you're still wounded.
Yes. So I went up. Oh shit! How many points? 7.
8 plus your Constitution bonus is what you went up.
Oh no, I think mine was 6 plus my Constitution.
Okay.
Because I went from 45 to 52.
Okay.
I think.
So
Maybe I'll double check.
add 6 in your Constitution to whatever your current status was.
Okay. I'm gonna double check so that way I'm not
Okay.
wrong.
Gotcha. Okay. What was that?
Yeah, mine is 6. So add 7 points to that. So that would put me at cool. All right, I'm not that bad off now.
Just add 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Improve your hit points, current hit points by 3 if you have injuries.
I just want to make sure I didn't meet or miss anything.
Okay. This also gives you time to go and get Caladan and bring him with you.
But I only have an hour with him? Okay.
If you use the magical disguise.
Okay. Where are we going?
You're going back to your next stop is back to the city watch to interrogate Kale.
Yeah, we took an hour. We're taking an hour nap. So did we get 3 points from our hour nap?
Just for the natural healing.
Oh, do we get any points for our hour nap?
What
No.
happens
You
during
recover
short
your
rest?
spell slots.
Nope. You have an
Fuck!
all or nothing game.
Fuck! It's fine. I was
So,
only down one
You
skill,
could put
one spell.
get him a different helm or a visor to go on his helm so that his undead face doesn't show so much.
Happy to help.
I want to see everything I can do during a rest. Oh, it doesn't say for short rest. It just has.
You're actually resting. Okay.
So we don't regain any spell slots or anything.
Nope. You need a full 8-hour rest to do that.
Okay. Then I am going to read more in my necromancy the spell book and the research book.
It is the spell book contains a lot of the actual formula of the basic raise undead ritual.
Yeah.
And there are other things in there that are specifically necromantic spells. The research book is largely focused on the concept of restoring intelligence and strengthening undead. And there seems to be even hints in here about the concepts of transforming oneself into an undead.
Okay.
You know, creating a lich or something along those lines.
Okay. I'm going to write that down. So
if you come up with a ritual, we will see if you have the information or not.
Okay.
Also, if you want to create your own ritual.
Give me a second. Okay, so you said spellbook has more rituals and spells. Right?
No, it has rituals and just has rituals and spells. Pretty much every necromantic spell up through
Thanks,
5th
Sid.
level
We'll figure it out.
that spell book.
Okay, and then the research book is more about strength.
It talks about methods for strengthening undead, making them more resistant, more resilient, more powerful, as well as the processes for transforming oneself into a greater undead.
Okay, then I'm going to do the spellbook for now.
Okay. All right. So an hour has passed, and you return to the watch station. You can see the sergeant and his troop milling around over by one corner. Kale is there with him, and you guys enter into the place. On seeing you, Kale knows the gig's up, and he's going to make a break for it.
Of course this motherfucker is.
Okay.
Girl, about to do the same thing!
Yeah, we should we'll both cast it while you actually hit.
I'm gonna get my rope ready just
My
in case
fucking spell
neither
So-
of your Tanglefoots work.
So many things happen at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Kale sees you.
Yep.
He's already been pretty anxious and nervous. And let's see.
I got 830, so unless
Okay.
he is real fucking speedy, he ain't getting nowhere.
He sees you guys. You see him. The Branyan also comes out of his office, and just as Kale starts to move, he hollers, "Grab him!" Initiative rolls, everyone.
Woo!
I mean, is he already tangled footed because of my 30?
Nope.
Is that
Doesn't happen until initiative gets called.
okay. Well, it's there. Ready and vibing.
We use perception for our initiative, right?
In this case, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I get a 20.
Tatiana, 20. Vivian, 25.
Woo!
Seppi,
Ready to fuck this motherfucker up!
Hang on. My brain looked at it and went, ooh. All my numbers have changed now.
Yeah.
Too much addition.
Yeah.
33. So I will immediately tangle with this motherfucker. Unless his spell DC is somehow higher than 30. In which case, whatever.
Oh. Branyan gets a 1.
Damn.
Well, he's just coming out of his office yelling, "Grabbed him."
Right.
And that's pretty much, all he's probably going to get to do. We will give the rest of the watch one,
appropriate action.
and they're also, they got a 4 on a die. I will say they get a +5 to their initiative. They got a whopping 6. So that goes Sephi first for a 33. So your Tanglefoot hits him, and let's see. There is a flash as the magic, some kind of magic that he has active on himself, deflects the spell, and it basically splats. You know how Spider-Man's webs against walls?
Yeah.
That's what happens to this guy coming out of the restroom. He's in the middle of zipping up. He's walking out of the bathroom, and he gets to the wall.
Bummer. I'm gonna use my last action to equip myself.
Okay. There are probably, let's see, how many cops are there? Him in the back door. There's only 6. 6 watchmen between him and the back door. And let's see. Oh, I didn't give him his
Well, I
Okay.
should've done. That's fine.
All right.
Too late now.
So he is moving towards the back door. He's got 6 cops in between him and the door. Your first spell ricocheted off of some defense that he had.
Yeah.
Next up, we have 3 people with 25. I need a roll off.
I know roll off.
Pardon?
16?
16. Okay. And that's Vivian and Thwack. Okay. Thwack goes first. Thwack grabs a vial out of one of his belt pouches and slugs it down using his quick draw feat. And has everyone seen Over the Hedge?
Yes.
I love that movie.
Hemi the squirrel.
Yeah.
Remember the point where Hemi the squirrel drank the energy drink?
Ah, yes.
And his
Thwack.
and
Yeah.
I visualize this as kind of like you.
God, this
He takes the stimulants, and everything around him slows down, and he's just calmly sauntering along.
Correct.
Well, this happens with Thwack.
How fun.
And the potion of haste he just slammed.
Ooh.
So he starts running and goes up the wall to avoid all of the watch that are blocking the way. He just kind of goes up the wall and comes down right in front of the back door. And that's his entirety of his actions.
Wow. Good job.
So there's six watchmen and a Thwack.
Mm-hmm. So I'm like, damn, Black, good on you. That was smart. I should have had blindness. I'm like, I should have just cast blindness on him.
But that would have may have bounced off of his spell defense as well.
Oh, true.
What you saw, I'll give you this one, is knowledge of Arcana.
Yes.
He had basically a prepped item or spell or something on him that was a magical shield. Any offensive spell cast on him had X percentage of bouncing off.
Wait, hasn't that happened to us recently?
Yeah, probably. There's one of the cultists that have.
The fish people. The fucking fish people. They're fucking fish people. Motherfucker. Fucking fish.
That's true.
There's-
That's why I remember that.
There is
Don't,
some,
don't worry. Wait,
Wait.
don't worry. Don't worry. It's cool. I can do it
there's
now.
legs. Okay, so
Phenomenal.
yes, the fish people had a similar spell defense
All right.
that was reflecting magic off of them.
That's smart. That was smart. You remember?
All right. All right. Oh boy.
So let's see. Kale came up next. So he is going to shoulder his way through the guards who are all too surprised that this is happening
To react, yeah.
in the watch station. He shoulders his way through them, and now is right toe to toe with Thwack.
Yeah, like,
He tries to kick Thwack out of the way, which Thwack simply sidesteps that, grabs the ankle, and twists. There's his attack of opportunity, knocking the guy to the floor.
yay.
Sweet.
Good job,
Okay.
Black.
Vivian.
I am going to spell vengeance on this guy. So I have nothing to spell vengeance on.
Yeah, I was going to say, what has he done that you can call vengeance upon?
Yeah, I'm not going to use my +4, but I am going to attack
Okay.
with my whip, and I'm just going to make it more difficult for him to get up.
Okay, so you're basically looking to help restrain him.
Yes.
Okay.
I got a 12.
Not enough to hit while he's squirming around on the floor. You just miss him.
I'm gonna just walk up and kick him.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, give me another attack roll.
Do I use dexterity or athletics?
This wouldn't be dexterity, just a dexterity roll.
15.
Okay. 15 is enough to kick him. You put a boot in his ribs,
Yeah.
and with your thigh-high bitch boots that you're wearing, would you please plug me in over there?
Do we have enough space over there?
Should be.
There are 2 things plugged in.
Oh, there are already 2? Okay.
What else was plugged in?
Some other thing.
Oh, I was gonna say it was just my laptop. I can move my laptop cord.
Here, I got another cord plugging right here.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can move mine there if I need to. I just didn't want to trip anybody. I mean, we're trying to trip this guy.
Right.
Nobody in the
Imaginary
house.
guy and us.
Yeah.
All right. So, you manage to lay down. Flax got a hold of his ankle. Okay. Tatiana, your turn.
How far away is the guy?
From you, he's about 20 feet away.
Oh, so totally. And because he's basically already done, I could just go up and grab him.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I do kind of want to be a bitchy bitch and use blistering invective. We'll see if it works. It might bounce off, but
So, let's go this. You can try and use it to mentally paralyze him, as opposed to dealing physical damage.
basically, yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to do that and then probably just like grab his wrist.
Okay.
So that would be a 24 for spell attack.
Okay. It hits. Now give me your words.
Kale, you need to stop exactly where you are and understand that the more that you try to resist, the more painful this will be for you. I highly suggest that you cooperate and answer our questions along with your employer before something serious happens and I burn you to a fucking crisp. And I can roll for strength to grab him.
Just give me a charisma check. We're gonna.
Charisma. So I roll the 20 and then I do my charisma modifier?
Correct.
13.
Actually, make it your intimidation check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be way better even.
That would be a 29.
29. The amount that you've terrified the guy, he's kind of curling up into a ball.
Shit. Well, at least he's not running anymore.
He is definitely not going anywhere. He believes you.
And so I just grab him by the wrist to yank him to wherever he needs to go.
So, the Watch and Captain Brannion are all duly impressed with the group's ability to detain the suspect quite efficiently, but they're also very concerned about one of their own being grabbed.
Oh.
You know, it's again that whole thin blue line concept.
Thin blue line, no criminal. Thin blue line, no criminal.
Right. So
He's a
the
criminal.
fact that Captain Brannion commanded him to be restrained is probably the only thing keeping this from going into a complete shit show.
Yo, this is also true. It's so unfair.
So, Brannion, using his bullhorn of a voice, is commanding people to get their ass in gear and get back to work, points at the sergeant who Kale was working under, and you will not be going anywhere. You step 1 foot out of this building, you will not be carrying a nightstick ever again. And he's kind of including the other two. The other two in that crew. He clearly intends to interrogate them as well, but his primary focus is on Kale.
Yeah, the very obviously suspect one versus the potentially suspect ones.
So, Kale is dragged downstairs into the dungeon, where the holding cell is. Not the fun kind of dungeon.
For her, it is.
Down the street.
Yeah,
Um,
get a lot more information.
there are cells down here for both people who have been incarcerated long term, as well as, you know, just the general holding cells for the drunk and disorderly. Also, there are.
Speaking of drunk, can you have a beverage?
And I also have a beverage.
Just kidding.
I have water.
Would you like?
Some wine, please.
I'll also take some vitamin, please. Some aperitif wine.
So Brandon directs you guys, which is kind of funny. Thwack has basically got a hold of the seat of this guy's pants and twisted them. So he's basically getting snuggied by this goblin who is much stronger than you would give.
Credit for it.
Yeah.
It's badass.
Wait, do we know what potion Flack took? Was it the Juggernaut thing?
It was the haste.
A potion of haste.
Okay.
It's like blessing.
Uh-huh.
Off he goes.
I love it.
I love Flack.
Me too.
He's badass.
Every now and then you could just see Thwack giving a yank on the guy's britches to make it a little bit more uncovered.
Phenomenal.
He has been relieved of his nightstick and the dagger that he had on him.
Thank you.
And it was given a general pat down for other weapons.
Okay.
Belt pouch is taken. There were some potions in his pouch.
Any of the Juggernaut type of ones?
The Juggernaut.
Yeah.
The Fervent Frenzy.
Yes, the ones that are their cultist friends who tried to murder us.
Well, there was only dregs in the one potion vial, but you do recognize that at least 2 of the vials he's carrying have a similarly colored substance. Similar color, similar thickness.
Probably the same, but we don't know 100%.
Yeah. You'd have to, spend some time investigating. Let's see. So he's marched in there. He is sat down on a wooden stool, and shackles are clamped onto his ankles and wrists, basically pinning his wrists down beside him and his ankles to the chair. And the chair is bolted to the floor.
Cool.
So he really go anywhere.
Brandon complained.
You can tell that this is the interrogation room. Now, these are also Middle Ages-esque times.
Yes.
So the interrogation techniques allowable are not up to the American standard of what we're supposed to be doing, let alone what we actually do.
Yeah, they're not getting around their Miranda rights, as you said that.
Yeah.
I have Stone of Truth.
Yes.
We all have to make will saves.
I mean, I got a 20.
And what is our target number to be?
Mine. Spell DC is 21.
Okay.
No, I failed.
You have to beat a 21?
Yep.
Yeah.
Need a
Oh,
21.
fuck, I got 14.
I got 20, so
My
close.
point of spell is not a damaging spell.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I'll
Hey.
tell the truth.
Roll for yourself.
I did.
What'd
I
you get?
I failed.
Okay. Everyone has failed their saving throw.
Wait, hold on. Just kidding. I failed.
So, everyone in this room is forced to tell the factual truth.
All right.
And
Anything you speak or indicate must be the factual truth. You are not compelled to speak.
also, since everybody failed, you also take a -2 status penalty to deception. So even if you're not lying words, you still get a -2 penalty.
Question. If I speak Sylvan every time someone asks me a question, would that be okay?
It would, yes, but it would have to be truthful in Sylvan.
Perfect.
But you're also not forced to answer.
Yeah. No, I
You
mean,
could just not answer.
If I feel the need to answer, I can just answer truthfully in a language that nobody understands.
Did anybody get a critical failure?
What would be a crit fail? I got
10 below, so you got 11 or less.
No, I got a 14. I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay. Whack, whack, whack.
I could have rolled a 1 and
Okay.
I still would have
He
passed my
just
will
gets
save.
an additional
My will is
-6.
11.
He gets a total of -4 penalty to deception.
Like
Shit.
extra needs to not talk.
Yeah. Well, we're not here to question flack.
That's true.
Yeah,
So I'm like, we're fine if we fail.
hopefully.
More.
So,
Well,
Brannigan, everyone also knows what just happened. What
You
you
can
just
set the
asked.
six closer to you guys. I'm good on them for
Or at
now.
least, if they're not, familiar with the spell and so forth, they grok the effect. They know that they're going to be compelled to tell the truth. And so you could see the fear in the guy's eyes just go up a couple of notches.
what'd you quote, buddy?
I also have intimidating glare, so I'm just gonna stand in the room looking very intimidating, staring at him.
Okay.
I've already scared the shit out of him, so
Right.
hopefully me just glaring at him will help him understand that if he does not tell us everything we want to know, that he will die. A horrible fiery death.
This being Brandon's interrogation room, he walks up to the guy and backhands him.
Woo!
No.
Yeah, this party started.
I feel like that was unnecessary, but okay.
I think it's
He
great.
backhands him. What do you have to do with these murderers? He pulls out the guy's own dagger
Yeah.
and is kind of waving it at his own face.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go use the restroom. I'll be back.
He doesn't talk.
Well, I think Brain needs to use some more persuasive methods then. Persuasive methodology.
I mean, he might be a good player. Like, we don't know.
Scaroused.
Yeah.
If this is going to be the last fuck of his life, he's going to make it a good one.
Yeah. Steffi just kind of giggles. Because Steffi's in full support of you right here in the interrogation chamber if you think it's going to help. This is not the part of you that makes Steffi uncomfortable and afraid. The necromancy part is that part.
Okay, so
So Branyan continues to slap the guy around and threaten him, and he is resisting talking.
Yes.
For whatever reason, and let's see, give me a perception check.
I got a nat 20, baby.
We'll go with hers.
He's not afraid of Brandon. He's afraid of something else.
That's what I was like.
We should ask him what he's afraid of.
I got a 21, I got a 22 for occultism. Tell me if this is something I can do. Do I know enough about the thing that was on the medallion to like prestidigitation, almost like an image of it to appear, like an illusion?
Yes.
You guys are so mean. We should just ask him why he's afraid.
No, I want to scare him. Fuck this guy.
So you can prestidigitate that sigil to appear.
Yeah, basically that sigil, but like moving and
No, it's a very minor illusion.
Yeah.
It's glittery dust. Everybody knows it's an illusion kind of thing.
yeah, except for maybe homie who's sitting here chain chair.
That wouldn't be prestidigitation to use something like minor illusion.
Okay.
We found out the guy's not scared of Lieutenant Brennan. He's scared of something else.
So I'm trying to
Okay.
figure out what he's scared of and make it come to existence so that he can be scared. Or
I think we should just ask him.
It's probably
but everyone
me.
Has other ideas.
Well,
just ask him, too.
Brandon is asking.
Just-
We didn't ask him what he's scared of. I'm gonna ask the guy what he's scared of.
Okay.
What are you so afraid of?
If I talk, they'll kill me.
If you don't talk.
I've already told you that if you don't tell us what we want to know, I'll probably kill you.
How are they gonna kill you if you do talk? Like, just like spontaneous combustion, like what sounds like what's gonna happen?
They said in the ritual that if I ever gave away their secrets, my body would turn itself wrong side out.
Yeah, that's not good. Can you write it down? Is that like possible?
Oh.
That's a little too cerebral for his fear reaction right now, and so doesn't even really comprehend what you're saying.
Okay.
He gets it, but he just like can't act with it.
Okay.
How
are they? Do you know how they're monitoring you?
It's a god.
Mm.
How do you
Brandon does take a step back and let you guys continue because you did actually get an answer, at least to something out of him. He screams in terror. I don't know.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Considering he has to be there.
Perception plus Arcana bonus. Or occult, whichever.
With religion.
Yeah.
Like the
Or 23.
I was gonna say I got a 19 for occultism or arcana. They're both the same.
Okay.
And I also have that new feat, the Schooled in Secrets. So
Thwack steps up and grabs the cord from around the guy's neck and snaps it, yanking the medallion that you pretty much expect to find out from the guy's shirt.
Still learning something my way.
But this time, Thwack doesn't touch the medallion, and it's not on the guy's body when he dies.
So it might stay.
It does not start crumbling immediately. The perception check is to note the aura of magic around this thing that is slowly building.
Magical cult. That turns fish people into humans.
Let's see. So you've noticed that there's an aura of magic happening. You have no idea what it's going to do.
Mm.
Roll for that.
Roll again.
Roll Arcana to understand the magic that's coming up.
25.
I got 24.
I turned that on, sorry, no. Thank you.
This is probably going to explode.
Oh, no.
Throw it in the corner of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Black! Throw that away before it explodes and kills us all.
So throw this haste potion active
Phenomenal.
because it lasts approximately 10 minutes.
Yeah.
He grabs the medallion. He's actually the one holding the medallion, that's right. And runs it outside. Quickly ties it to an arrow. Waits until it seems like it's peaking and shoots it up into the air. It manages to get about 40 feet into the air when it lets off. It's kind of like a fireball, only it's more like a dark pulse of just boom.
It's interesting.
What a baller.
And you hear that the popping of a void.
Did we just open a portal?
No, it's more, everything inside of that sphere of energy kind of got compressed down into nothing, and all of the air and so forth afterwards rushes in to fill it. Kind of like what happens with the sonic boom.
Okay.
So you guys are all downstairs and don't see this, but this is what Thwack comes back downstairs to happen.
Interesting.
Does he talk like him in slow?
Yeah.
Back to us. Can you do an impression, please?
I cannot do that. Okay, actually, I'll give this a try. And then a boom, and boom, wow!
Great, brilliant.
Amazing, thank you.
Solid perfection.
It comes back down, and the potion is wearing off. So he's now, physically and mentally moving at regular
Amazing.
speed. It stands to reason that his capture and so forth did not go unnoticed by somebody, and they triggered the self-destruct. It makes sense as he's, a spy for this group within the watch that, they had a kill switch on it. It's gone off and you've still got him. He is slumped over as far as his bonds will let him in the chair.
Is he dead?
No, he is not dead.
Does he wish he was?
Is he dying?
No, he is unconscious.
Look at in your foot.
Do they need healing?
Oh my god, how are your legs that fucking long?
Not so much healing as just, slap him awake, splash him with a bucket of water, something.
Yep.
Slapping him around. Well, after this, Brandon orders him to be stripped of his armor. And
Can we still question him?
I assume
yes,
so.
but Brandon's, wants a more thorough search. So there's no other explosive devices on him.
That's why he's the police chief.
Valid.
He orders him, so he's stripped down to basically a loincloth. That's all that's on him.
Oh my god. Thanks, Mind Flayer. I'm digging your comments. He said, that won't attract all wandering monsters within a 5-mile radius. I am certain. That medallion was definitely made without any OSHA standards. Phenomenal. Thank you.
Incredible.
Thank you.
Stripped down to his loincloth.
Mm-hmm.
Interestingly enough, he has a storm tattoo on his shoulder as well.
Skinning.
So apparently this guy, at some point, was an adherent to the Storm Lord, Lord Tempest.
All right.
That's his name, Lord Tempest.
Yeah.
Yes, the Storm Lord is Lord Tempest. But Lord Tempest does not use any of the symbols that you guys have seen so far. He is now awake, he's in a loincloth, and you can continue the questioning.
Did he look less anxious?
Poking his penis.
He is more dazed.
Can you talk now?
I can talk.
Tell us about your experience.
What do you walk for?
Yes.
I didn't ask that. That was just me being
That
silly.
was just.
Well, it's not Tatiana.
The question's too vague. I can't create an answer from that.
I purposely left it vague just so.
You have to be specific so I can be specific.
Okay. About that bracelet.
Medallion.
Medallion.
They gave that to me during the initiation ritual.
Tell us about the initiation ritual.
Don't give a fuck about that. Who is they?
Yeah. What was the name of the being?
I was trying to trace it back to the beginning and be like, get a chronological timeline.
You try to go backwards as opposed to coming from the beginning and go forward.
Well, I was hoping that when I said tell us about your experience, you'd start from the beginning. Okay.
This is, you've got to come up with the questions as opposed to me filling in the blanks for you. Shoot, where'd my notes go?
Come on.
I close the wrong screen.
Who is they?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to know.
You're going to have to wait a second while I find where the heck my notes went.
Your stuff is almost 3 o'clock, so I'm gonna go potty and then go upstairs.
Well, it's 3 already.
Yeah.
Where's a good place for me to go where I won't be interrupted?
We'll discuss that one on stream.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh dear God. Awful.
I'll probably just go up to the bedroom upstairs.
That's where I will be for my meeting.
I'll go to his house.
Well, his meeting's at 4.
That's true. I'll be done by then.
Okay.
If that's okay with you.
Go to the harem.
I'll go there.
Nobody's in there.
I just sounds like an easier thing. That just sounds better.
Are we calling it for now right here?
Yeah, because you'd like, then we'll start fresh. And
Okay. All right. Let's pause for a little bit.
All right, for all of our viewers, unfortunately, we will be taking approximately a 2-hour
Mental health
break for some scheduled meetings and appointments that all of the members have throughout the day. So we should be back in approximately 2 hours-ish. Hopefully you guys can tune back in then. I would greatly appreciate it. I'd love to see you all back here. Also, thanks for all the fun jokes, Mind Flayer. Totally appreciate it. Hope you guys are having a lovely Tuesday. We'll catch you guys in a couple hours.